I see a thumbs up. 351, the first one in here. How do I look? How do I sound? That's what I need to know first off. There's my baby. How's it look? How's it sound? Dave? Audio and video is good on my side. Good is not good enough. Looks and sounds good. Hey, Skeeter, what's up, buddy? I've been out here trying to go live. I did 2 different live streams until I finally realized it was set to private. It's been a while. But the reason we're out here, let me flip this thing around. I said flip around. Is that right there? Starlink Mini on the boat. What you think about that? Come over here, maybe you can see it better. It's not where it's going to live. It's just sitting there to test it right now. I have big plans for it. So does Telly. What speeds are you getting? I ran a speed test as soon as I got it connected, and it was showing 80 up and 80 down and 17 up. And that's just sitting here in my driveway. And it's not even aligned right. I just clamped it on there. I didn't even go through the alignment stuff. Let me climb in the boat without falling out. I got some battery issues going on right now. Been out here working on that mess. That right down there. But that's the Starlink Mini right there. There's my hand. It's about the size of a book. Notepad. Well, a little smaller than a piece of paper. How's that going to work when the boat's turning? Everything I've been watching, as long as it's pointed up, it has a very, very, very wide view of the sky. So, I mean, people are using them out there on boats, so we'll see. What's up, Aaron? So right now I'm powering it on this little Blue Eddy thing. Let's see. 86%. It says it's going to run it for 6.5 more hours is what that's saying. 5 hours, 6 hours. It's jumping around a lot. It's dirty. We'll say it'd probably be safe to call it 5 hours maybe. So I'm going to have to work on some power. I need to be able to plug that in and run it for at least 10 hours to be on the safe side. Because these tournaments we're going to be doing are 6 hours long. I'm waiting that battery charger down there. You see it's got one red light on it. We think that it's set here in the cold, and that trolling motor never really turns off. It's always, I guess it's always on. I was talking to Josh Dunnigan about it, and he said it's probably sitting there drawing, a little bit of current and all this cold weather on top of it, and it's drained one of those batteries down low enough. Inverter hooked to battery. Yeah, I know. That's what I've been thinking about doing, and I just really don't have room for another battery in this boat. I mean, I guess I could always slide a battery up underneath that console just to run the Starlink, but I don't know. We'll figure something out. I will figure it out. But I just wanted to get on here long enough to make sure that, because this phone that I'm using, I shut the service off on it 2 or 3 days ago. There is no cell phone service on this phone at all. So it's running strictly on this Wi-Fi. And I made sure I was on this Wi-Fi and not the home Wi-Fi. So you usually get 100 to 120 megs down and 20 to 40 up. I think on my we've got Starlink at the house, and it's not the mini, it's the standard. And I don't know, it's been a long time since I ran a speed test on it, but I mean it's faster than the mini for sure, but not by a whole lot. Starlink is good. I've had it for 2 years. We love it at the house. We love it. But yeah, I got to figure out how exactly I'm going to mount it here on the boat. I definitely want it secure. I got this clamp, and this clamp's it's made for something round, and there's there's nothing round in this boat. You know, I don't have anything like that in this boat. I don't have any rails or anything. So I'm just going to have to find a different way to mount it, or just get a different clamp. Because I mean, it'll I mean, it's as tight as I can get it, and it still rocks back and forth. So that's not going to work. I just have to either get a different clamp or find something else, just in case of a power surge. I always unplug my trolling motor when the trolling. See, I never ever, ever have unplugged this trolling motor. But I guess I'm going to start doing it now. Because what happened was, we were talking, and you can see down in there, you can see those fuses, those inline fuses. Those are from the charger. And this one right here was blown. So I replaced it. And then, you know, I heard the beeping, and it was a trolling motor. And I got all my banks back on now. When I unplugged the trolling motor, they're all on, but one of them's still charging. So we think one of those batteries got drained. Hopefully the battery's not ruined. But I'm just gonna let it sit here and charge for 4 or 5 more hours and see what happens. But yeah, I'll probably start unplugging the trolling motor from now on. I never have before. Well, that'll be something I have to remember to do. But it is what it is. But it is cold out here, and I'm not going to stay live for very long because it's cold. I just wanted to make sure this thing was working. I wanted to make sure it had a good picture, good sound, blah, 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 blah. So, having said all that, thank you all for coming in and helping me test it. And we are out.